Okay, this video is being recorded for legal reasons and educational and legal purposes, because I like to turn my lemons into lemonade. But I do take things seriously. One reason why I came to YouTube is because I do take stuff a little bit too seriously. But there are some things you should take seriously. And I do take seriously any individual that sends me a message that wishes me dead. Anyway, and I had particular reason to feel some apprehension because this individual knows where I live, knows my phone number, and who knows what else they're capable of. I mean, they're clearly stating in this letter that they're capable of what I fear. And that fear, other people, they pass it off, it's just words. But in the law, it's assault. When you place somebody in fear with words. You don't have to strike someone for it to be assault. It's the placing a person in fear. Anyway, this is the message. It goes on and on, 7 pages. I'm reading it in its entirety. I don't expect anybody to watch it in its entirety. It is entirely for legal reasons, and because I don't play. If something does happen to me, I want the FBI or whatever to be able to have somewhere to start as to who could it possibly be, because I don't play. I don't play. After having gone through a traumatic experience with a gun being put up to my head, I want them to be able to figure out where to start looking for clues. So anyway, this letter was sent to me before Mother's Day and was disturbing enough to upset my Mother's Day, and it was intentionally so. They told me I was disturbing theirs Mother's Day, but I didn't send him no letter like this. Alright, goes, I ain't mad, but since your silly ass want to keep talking shit, I'ma clap the fuck back. It's not even about having the last word, bitch. You lying, talking that you don't care if I read your shit. Nonsense. You couldn't leave me alone. You had to keep on popping off. And keep on popping off was his definition of me defending myself against his assumptions. And I never called him out his name or said anything that could even be misconstrued as popping off. Anyway, back to this letter. You had to keep popping off. I clown bitches all the time. I've never really truly roasted you, but now I will. I'll give you something to think about. Probably make you a YouTube video about me that I'll never watch. Ha 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 ha. Motherfuck your struggle, bitch. I don't give 2 shits about your dumbass bullshit. You self-centered, big nose ass twat. You can skydive into a pit of snakes. You ever wonder why your daughter can't stand your funky, sloppy old ass? Why your youngest son couldn't stand your ass and kicked in your door, was about to choke you out or knock your ass the fuck out, and none of that is true, which is defamation. None of my kids have ever tried to choke me out. My son did kick the door in. That's it. He couldn't stand you for the longest. Even the one you brag about now and say it's all changed up. You couldn't roast me like I'm roasting you now. True. If you sent me another 40 emails, you long-winded, babbling ass fat bitch, I'm done with you. You could fuck off. I'm sick of fucking with you. Your ass is goofy as fuck. You talk too motherfucking much. Typical black bitch. Can't never shut the fuck up and just chill. All you raggedy ghetto-raised black bitches have that problem. You might as well move back to the projects in Chicago. You steady complain about where you're now. calling it hick town. That shit ain't no fucking hick town, you absent-minded dullard. You stay redundant, you autistic ass cunt. You act like someone that has autism. All you silly ass overblown ideals, you're chaos. You self-loathing bitch. I've had a hard life, but I managed to pull myself out of my stupor. Stop hating myself and realize I only have one life. It ain't like I have support system, bitch. Like I have friends and associates that will be down for me. I got my mama and that's about it. All that shit you said about me, I already knew that. You can't even stand dick, so you don't want none. You practically asexual. Truth is, no man wants you because you a toothless hag. You fat and old. Fuck out of here talking to me, bitch. All you good for is phone sex and clips. All you will ever be good for is those things. I'm blocking you after this email. You will stay blocked. Don't try to find me on any sites. I don't use Instagram, ho. I don't use goddamn Twitter or Facebook. You make me want to spit in your face. I am in evil mood, and now it's spilling out because you wouldn't shut the fuck up. You obese sack of useless dog shit. I hope you don't cry, bitch. All these tears running down your face, you pig. You bloated ratchet ass bitch. Fuck you. Your issues, ho. Die in a house fire. All wanna build a motherfucking solar panel ass goofy bitch. Not gonna happen. I read that bullshit and just chuckled. You think you gonna hurt my feelings or offend me? Nah, bitch. You just irritated me. I never gave a shit about you. I hope you understand that. I was willing to pay because I knew that was pretty much the only way I was gonna get what the fuck I wanted from you. I have other bitches I do this with. You were never a top choice. You were a choice though, bitch. Understand that. You right though. You had no motherfucking game. It doesn't matter if you jealous of your daughter. She gets paper, your broke ass don't. You would rather stay poor as fuck and struggling, bitch. You been broke for the past 20 years or more. You ain't never been able to leave the country because you too broke. You have no nice clothes. You live in an apartment, always get your shit cut off. And your daughter might be hood rat and nasty, but I have more respect for her because she know how to hustle. What you do, bitch, let motherfuckers extract blood out your fat ass. You plasma donating ass, snake ass, dirty ass, fat. So, bitch, the roasting is only halfway done. You asked for it, now you getting it. You clown ass bitch popping shit about moving into a home for elderly folks. You sound lame as fuck, bitch. None of your thoughts are smart or decent. Your ideas suck more than a coke addicted porn star. You sent me my video and it sucked. That's why I had very little to say. I was trying to spare your feelings, but now I could care less. I'm straight as a motherfucker. You wanna boss up with me, you dizzy fucking big-headed bitch? Kill yourself. Do it ASAP. Your life is worthless. God don't love ugly, bitch. I don't care if you make another account to email me. I will delete that shit and block your ass. You couldn't just shut your dumb mouth, you raggedy stupid fuck. No, you had to keep coming at me, you fat black heifer. I hope you catch a stroke. All them cancer sticks you puff. You bound to have one, or maybe get lung cancer. You deserve to die for being so fucking fat and annoying. I hope you crash into a telephone while you're in a car with someone and hope your head goes through the windshield. I just roasted this Chicago white bitch, wished death upon her and told her I hope she gets raped. I don't know what it is about y'all Chi-Town hoes. A lot of you bitches are nuts. I have noticed that. I could keep going on and on. This is fun for me. You are an embarrassment to your own family. That should tell you something, you dunce. I would never fuck you. I never wanted to fuck you. You ugly as fuck and you sloppy. That's why all them I'll show up at my doorstep comments just made me cringe. You look like you smell bad, bitch. I would let you blow me, but that's about it. I'd rather fuck that white chick than you. She really ain't about shit either. She's a lying cunt, but I will say this. She has a better body than you. I love her videos. At least she can work and pay her bills and take care of her son. She ain't complaining about how hard it is. You gameless ass loser. Mom of the Year award would never go to you. You failed as a mom. You failed as a human being. I am far from perfect. I know this. But I have talent. I don't have to steady run my mouth about it, talking about my music, my music, my music. How you brag about computers. You act like you're the only person who is a techie. Bitch, if you were so talented with computers, why the fuck you broke? Sitting at home with your shit cut off. Cut the fuck off. Bitch, drink Drano right now. You really should just kill yourself, off yourself. You have no future in computers. You know that, and shut the fuck up bragging about computer skills. Nobody gives a shit. If you were so skilled, bitch, how come you're on YouTube videos are so whack? Especially the ones where you ramble. The quality of them suck and you just talk and talk and talk. Never getting to the point without going on and on like a lunatic. Crazy ass weirdo. You need pills. All that ADD, psychotic thought, delusional thinking, redundant behavior is just sad. I don't believe in God, but you do. Ask that bastard why you so broke and dusty. Ask God why he ain't never hit that level of success you want. Poor as fuck. You poor as fuck and just hurting like a motherfucker. I'm just about done roasting your ass. Then I can block you. I'm sure you would tell yourself that I'm a pile of dog shit. I'm a lowlife. You would hate me and want to probably even slap the shit out of me. I love it. I get off when hoes like you hate me. You would probably lie about. You also probably lie about dick. I think you do get dick, but you act like you don't. Want to seem all wholesome and pure. I don't know, and really couldn't give a shit. You didn't ruin my time with my mom, but you sure tried, bitch. I love my mom. I always will. I just don't love none of you. Once a month bleeding, trifling ass, lizard mouth, shit talking, lying ass, low life bitches. You all need to fall off a hot tar pit and die. Okay, bitch, have a nice life. Not gonna happen though. You'll be donating more plasma by next week. Poor as fuck ass hood rat. One last thing, bitch. My cuz has scoliosis, asthma, fibromyalgia, and autoimmune condition. Instead of sitting around and suffering, she takes care of herself. Eats well, lost weight. She also smokes weed. It helps with her pain. You, on the other hand, are just a tired excuse for a human being wanting pity. That's why your black, dirty, fat ass is on YouTube. Just like how you have begged for money on there. I'm done. Anyway, that sums up my Mother's Day present. That's what I got. Instead of me enjoying Mother's Day, that's what's on my mind. Being assaulted like that. And the assault came because I simply said to him, I didn't like his idea about Avon and selling Avon and getting a sugar daddy. That ain't me. That ain't me. So I'll be poor. I'd rather be poor and have a clear conscience than, I got paper in order to, because I'm scamming men. I'm not into that. Okay, now this is the second part of my video, and brings me to why I'm here. I came to YouTube not because I was desperate for men, desperate for dick, old, fat, and sloppy, desperate, don't have no self-esteem. I was very married. Very married. And also in school. I was in school, going to school for forensics. And also had a job. So this individual so way off base, talking about I ain't worked in 20 years. No, it ain't been that long, but it has been many years. And why? I'm disabled. One of the things that frustrates me the most about my disabilities is being invisible. I actually think invisible disabilities are harder to deal with. I actually had a discussion with my aunt once, because she had multiple sclerosis, and very intelligent woman, and but you know, the multiple sclerosis got her to the point where she was in a wheelchair, and all of a sudden people started changing towards her. Like, they would talk loud. Are you okay? Do you? And she'd be like, you know, I ain't retarded. I got MS. You know, and I mean, I feel that, but I said, I think it's harder to have an invisible disability, because a person in a wheelchair, at least the bus driver will, you know, roll down the ramp for you. I've had bus drivers pull the ramp up when I'm entitled to have that ramp down based on my disability. And the main disability I fight with is not pain and fatigue, although that's pretty bad, and it is debilitating. It's attention deficit disorder. I screw up my life more than anybody else could screw up my life, based on my own forgetfulness, disorganization, lack of, you know, time management, all those things. And people with attention deficit disorder, I know you feeling that if you watching this video. And fibromyalgia came along later. I was diagnosed with ADD first, and I never would have got the diagnosis if it weren't for my son, because ain't no way I was pointing to me. Wasn't nothing wrong with me. And there's a lot of you mental people out there swearing up and down ain't nothing wrong with you, and you do need something. But I take offense when somebody tell me I'm not trying, I'm not this, or assume, you know, things about me and don't know me. This individual, he could say all the old fat bitches he want. You can't insult me by calling me old or fat. I am old and I am fat. I am. But I'm old, fat, and all that. I don't have low self-esteem. Never did. In terms of the world, what was making me feel so bad about myself was not being fat or old, but materialism. I have no value. That's what hurt to the core on this letter. Where if you so talented with computers, why you broke and hurting? I don't know. I don't know, because considering how much that I have done for other people, as far as computer codes, I have built and upgraded and installed, repaired, and helped people get their businesses off the ground, and yet I'm broke. I really would like to know that. I want to know why Negroes get in my inbox and want to pay for phone sex and video clips and don't want to pay for technical support. This individual so-called into music. That's how we got in contact and got to be what I thought friends. I was interested in his music. I got tired of getting copyright strikes on my videos. I like music in my videos. I wanted original content. I wasn't good enough for his music. He think he better than me. Obviously, you can hear it in the letter. He think he is. And I'm here to tell you, I don't give a fuck how much money you got or think you got. You ain't better than me. That's the problem with this world today. That's the problem. Motherfuckers is so materialistic that a person's life has no value unless you could say, I got paper. I'm broke as hell. I ain't got paper. But I'm rich in spirit. No, I ain't going to stop believing in God. And I'm not going to offer myself because some ratchet person put a letter in the mail, in my email, meant to hurt me, which is very harmful and hurtful. I refuse to take that on. And if anything caused a problem in my physical condition, it's stress. It's stress. Stress absolutely kills and take many of people off the face of the earth. And so I just refuse. I just refuse to take on other people's stress. So that's part of why I had made the video, what a difference a day made. Because I'm sitting here arguing with this fool, and another one got in my inbox from Panama, some foreigner, talking about, I want to give you money. Well, when you hungry, which I have had some hungry days, it's lean and mean. Because a person fat don't mean she eating all the time. She or he. Matter of fact, some people fat, they fat is hanging on for dear life so they can survive. Because they aren't eating properly. You'd be surprised. How many fat people are starving? You know? So it's myths. It's all kinds of myths. And anyway, this person was talking about, you know, I want to give you money. I don't want you to be hungry. And, you know, I don't believe all this crap people say to me in the inbox. I'm not no dumb teenager, you know, caught up. I did make a mistake and think this person was, you know, friends. And obviously from that letter you could tell we weren't. He wanted me to be an object. Nothing beyond a dildo or whatever, you know, object to be used for money. And this other individual was in my inbox telling me, I want to give you money. I want to give you money. I don't. And I said, well, I have a PayPal account. You could donate. Whatever's on your heart, $5, whatever, it's appreciated. $5 to help me eat today. He's like, oh no, I don't want to just give you $5. I want to give you 500. Does your PayPal handle 500? And I'm going back and forth in this exchange with him while I really am hungry. And that was pissing me off. I was like, you know, you complicating it. No, I don't have, you know, a limit that, you know, a PayPal account that takes, you know, over $500. I don't have a business account. And so I said, no, thank you. Next thing, he get in my inbox saying, well, my business partner see you on YouTube dancing when you said you disabled. He trusted me. He stopped, called himself challenging my sincerity or honesty because he saw me dancing. How could I be disabled and dancing? That's the biggest myth. When I say disabled, it don't mean I got a cane and I'm walking around on crutch. Also don't mean crazy, you know, because most people, that's what they do. If they don't see a wheelchair, they automatically think, you know, your disability is crazy. Nah, I'm forgetful. I ain't crazy. Ain't nothing crazy about me. I think I'm one of the sanest individuals I've come across. And anybody that try to go there with me, I still say I think I'm saner than most of you. But at the end of the day, you know, this is what he says to me. He says, you are disabled. You told me that you are disabled. My account officer checked your profile. He saw you were not. I never knew about an internal pain disabled. This is why I instructed him not to stop the wire. Instructed him to stop the wire transfer. I want you to have money to eat always, not giving you something for just a day, and you have not shown hard work. You will be expected to do that always for you. When you have work, I will pay you for a lifetime. That pissed me off. Work. I work very hard. I just don't get paid for it. I just don't get paid. That's what hurts. That's what hurt more than anything else. How many people took advantage of that? And instead of being grateful and show, so I mean, I'm talking even my family and friends. I have fixed their computers and did technical support, and they didn't even get so much as a bag of blow pops, you know. That's what I want to know. Why when I'm so talented with computers, am I broke? I built a website on my own. That's hard work. To set up a website, recruit people, learn programming language, struggle through all that with no food sometimes, no gas sometimes, and I couldn't scrape up on a goddamn donation from nobody. Now, shout out, I ain't gonna say nobody, there are a few individuals, decent individuals who actually did donate. But I'm too proud to beg. I don't want to keep asking somebody for money, because I be thinking in my mind, why don't you feel like giving it to me? Because people so damn materialistic. And the other thing, what this individual trying to point out and try to dish me on why I'm so broke and I'm so talented with computers, the reason why a person would say such an ignorant comment, because you ignorant about computers. That's the other problem I have with people. They don't know how hard I work because they don't know shit about computers. No, I don't think I'm the only techie, but I've been on here begging to meet other people with tech skills. And instead, that's not what I get. I have no shortage of motherfuckers who add me to freak groups. Really? Really? I'm trying to meet people with CSS, Java, HTML, because that's what you need to run a website. And I don't have the money to go back to a formal college. I already went through the nightmare of student loans taking money from me that I couldn't afford to give up. So I'm scraping by tooth and nail by myself, doing it all by myself. And I can't get no love. I can't get no love. That's why this letter hurt so much, really. Because the ones who did recognize the hard work, what did you do for me lately? Yet you will not hesitate to come and ask me for more. All the time. More, and I ain't got nothing. Like you said, I'm broke and hurting. But I didn't open up on that part of my life to get pity. I am too proud to beg. That's my flaw. And so that's one of the things I'm changing. The last time I begged, my heat was off, my gas was off. It was cold in October. We even had snow on Halloween. So it snapped cold sooner in the season than I was expecting. And I was suffering. And I sent out messages to 300 people asking for help. I didn't get not one person to help me. And so I made a video about that from last year. Matter of fact, that reminds me, I am going to be putting up some of the classics, you know, some of y'all been asking for, like the Make It Clap one. But that blew me away. How many people so cold, so heartless in this world, that even when I'm sitting up in the cold, nobody had no compassion money-wise. Yet, for me to make the website happen that it did, literally I be going donating plasma, because I thought enough of myself when nobody else encouraged me. Nobody else gave me support to invest in me. And I invested in my server, which is sitting in my living room right now, so that I could chase my dream of having websites, developing and having websites. I was in school for forensics, and I had to quit because of my disability. That's a hard thing to have to deal with, letting go of your dreams. When you have, when you have no choice about letting go of those dreams. And it's an insult with a ratchet individual getting in my inbox and think that all I am is phone sex and video clips. For real? For real. That's what he mad about. I didn't want to be bothered. Money do not make me, and it do not break me. I'm here to tell you. But it does help. Not gonna lie. So when I'm sitting over here arguing with these two individuals, one, he got thousands of dollars. He can't wait to give me. But he take it back because he think I'm lying about being disabled. That's crazy to me. And so I am trying to become visible. I want you to see what disabilities is. Because it's not always what you think. They're not going to be in a wheelchair all the time. It's lots of people out there suffering just like me with chronic conditions. He bragging on this family member of his. He left out the most important part I was trying to hear. She got a job? Do she have a job? Yeah, she lost weight. She quit smoking. Yada, yada, yada. I did all those things. I lost weight. And I caught myself quitting smoking. But I fell off through here with this stuff going on. And in the midst of me arguing with these individuals on my decision making, being evaluated, my ethics, I talked to my friends out of frustration, some of my best girlfriends, and I didn't even ask them. Next thing you know, I got a box with 2 heaters. So me sitting over here arguing with this individual because I want to donate plasma so I could go buy a heater was an insult. Because me just telling my girlfriend that story, I didn't ask her. I'm self-sufficient in terms of I am going to take care of me. I'm not going to sit back and just, not handle my business. But it's only so much any one individual could do. And in my opinion, I've been doing damn good considering my circumstances, what I'm up against. Finding a work-from-home job is like finding a needle in a haystack. Even when the jobs are there, you are competing with thousands and thousands of people. Thousands of people want that job, and companies routinely source that work out. It should be an abundance of jobs in my field in America, but they go out overseas all the time. That's common. So some things is completely out of your control. So one of the reasons why I'm so broke, I haven't been hired. It ain't been for a lack of looking. I've been looking. I had a voc rehab company here make me wait a year, put me through hoops just to have a computer for the first time in my life. That was the first time I faced not having a computer, because I always had a computer all my life. And I'm telling this part of the story just to bring back and emphasize that it's not always about money. I was so insulted that I was put through the runaround for that computer, because that's the first step to get a work from home job. If you're working from home, you got to have a computer. And I didn't have one. And I went to a source that said they could help me with that, but they made me go through stuff for a year. And after that, that was it. I was through. I empowered my own self. And piece by piece by piece, I put my server together and taught my son how to do it. I'm very proud of that. I will never be ashamed of that. What do I have to be ashamed of? Because I ain't making money? For real? I have given my son a skill now he can use for a lifetime. He ain't got fibromyalgia. So he can take that skill somewhere and work and get hired somewhere having that skill. All free of charge. Free of charge. And I do that because the same individuals that helped me get a computer, that's what they do. They help empower individuals in a way that don't have nothing to do with money. It ain't always about money. When I open my website, on my server, RISE, that's what she called, is RISE, which stands for Real Individuals Supporting Empowerment. That's what it's about for me. I want people to be empowered. I don't want no fat girl to feel ashamed or ugly just because she's fat. So that's why I was passionate about that. But I kind of misstepped my way, lost my way on this social media, because people wanted to peg me in, to this thing over here. I want some video clips. You got some more pictures? That was not me. That's really is not me. I'm a very serious person, and I'm very deeply serious into technology. But I'm not going to make a YouTube channel about gadgets. For the first time in my life, I got more gadgets than I need. I never had that before. And I got videos all to themselves just on this topic alone. But I thank God that right after this ratchet letter came, my auntie Brunette, bless her heart, 83-year-old lady, who gave me a chance to have such a high-tech phone, called me up, and I said, oh Lord, they must be Sprint done, they done sent her the bill, and it's crazy, and they want to get, money for this phone. No, my auntie Brunette called me to wish me happy birthday. I mean, not happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, and told me she has not gotten a bill in 3 months. So I'm ecstatic because Sprint put me through so much hell to try to depart from them, try to gouge your eyes out for the phone. And I was trying to have the phone so I could do work from home jobs. Now I have multiple phones, smartphones, and I'm doing this video on my Note Edge. I just hate you can't see that because I'm using it to record. But and I also have a tablet. I put up a video showing y'all when I first got it, and I was so happy because it was a deal going on at Sprint to get them free. And I thought Sprint was going to give me the run around for that, but they didn't. So, but I dropped it and cracked the screen. Guess what? I repaired the screen. I got videos of that. I want to empower people. I ran into a girl in a plasma place who was happy that I had a charger that worked with her Galaxy Tab. And she totally was wearing it in her pocket. And I told her I know how to fix it. She had a cracked screen. I said, I know how to fix that. And so I said, I'm going to post a YouTube video so people can learn how to do it themselves. Because that's what I'm about. I can't go out and get, I couldn't take that tab to somebody to repair it. I don't have the money. I'm broke. I'm hurt broke. Like he said. I'm hurt. Broke, so broke, I'm hurting. I don't think that's nothing to be ashamed of. And I despise people who reduce all of us down to just that. That's what hurt the most. And instead of people appreciating what you do and you give it freely of your heart, they just takers. Just takers. I'm an appreciative person. And I know that there are other appreciative persons out there. And one of the first things I'm going to do before I launch FET is to launch a fundraiser. I don't want to have to beg nobody for anything. But I do want people to believe in what I'm doing. I want to empower other individuals like myself, old people. Yes, Miss Donna Woods, I'm here for you. You don't know how many times I've been in households and little bone quee who know all it is about the computer or the remote control, the Xbox. When something go wrong and you hand here bone quee here, come fix the TV, fix the DVD, fix the bone quee go. Ungrateful, entitled, whole ratchet generation of young people. That's what I see the biggest problem going on now. So I'm here for you, you old people, the old fogies, because wisdom is what's also missing off the internet. This is not wise to send anybody a letter where you wish them dead, okay? Because that's evidence, boo. That's evidence, you know. So I wouldn't do that one either. I don't suggest it. You don't go around wishing harm to someone on the internet. And people, they take that for granted. And, it's a low rate crime because they don't have people policing the internet. But it is an offense. And I wouldn't recommend sending no email or text or anything else to nobody wishing them dead. Because guess what? That's against the law. There are laws that exist that it's against the law. Anyway, I want to do a contest because I've been blessed to have more than what I need. I got too much technology now, actually. I got a desktop computer, a tablet, 2 tablets. I got the Galaxy S Tab 3. And that is going to be a contest. I want, I'm going to come up with the rules, get it together, but I do want some kind of essay type thing, because that's another thing I take offense to. People say I talk too much. I really don't. One reason why I like videos is because there's no fast talking people coming in, interrupt me. I'm ADD, forget what I'm about to say, and then because they talk faster, cut me off. They say I cut them off, but really it be them cutting me off because I paused, trying to remember my thought, and that was their clue to start talking. So it just blow up things all the time. So I like videos because I can say what I need to say. You can come and comment later. On your time, ain't no pressure. I do it on my time, ain't no pressure. It's fun to me. It's a stress reliever. He meant all those things to be hurtful, and I want to turn that around. I'm not that type of person. He said he gets off on people hating. I ain't got no hate for nobody. I don't hate him. I don't hate him at all. I did consider him a friend. But that was some ratchet stuff he said. It was intentional. It was intentional, really, in my opinion, to cover up. He just didn't want to pay no money. He mad at himself because he in people inboxes asking an old fat lady he loathed for phone sex for money. I really think he hate himself more than he hate me. So it gets pushed out on the world, and people need to know about that. People need to know about that happens, and that there are individuals out there like that, and I'm gonna make it a point to expose it, so I'm glad he said, oh, you probably make a video but I'll never watch. You ain't gotta watch. You ain't never gotta look at it, because I'd rather help all those other people avoid motherfuckers like you in the future, really, and I regret I allowed it to happen. But it ain't the end of the world. It didn't kill me. It didn't break me down. I had a beautiful Mother's Day. I had 3 kids. Wish me happy Mother's Day. Made me proud as ever. And that's the last part of this video. I want you to see the proudest moment I had in my life is the fact that I came home and a computer was laying on my bed with 3 sticky notes on it. And one of them said, add a virus program, download a virus program, Your video mad cool, but you could do better. And I love you, Mom. That made my day. To get a compliment from your child that your video is mad cool, but you could do better. I knew my son, out of all the people in the world, he know better than anybody. That when he said I could do better, he know I'm gonna get that at Zonto, and I can do better. Because he know I got the skills when it comes to computers. He been around me all his life. He know. He done seen it with his own eyes. I got the skill. I'm not the average chick. And I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I'm trying to help people. And help myself. I'm not that type of person. That individual wants me to be mad. But he can't do that. He did hurt me. It was hurtful to hear those words, some of the things he said. It's very hurtful. Somebody wish you dead. Is that, nice? No, it's not nice. Nobody wants to be wished dead, And why do you wish me dead? Because I had the nerve to say, I don't want to keep paying the gas bill or the light bill, the power companies. The power costs more than my rent. I wanted to build a solar panel, and I've been seeing it on YouTube videos and been studying it for years. I feel so proud that I was able to build my own server, which is going to run websites at one day, if things go my way, and teach my son how to do it. And I got discouraged. I kept getting discouraged. I never had no one come to me and say, here, I help you. All I had was individuals wanting to take from me when I ain't got nothing. All I had was who I thought was a friend, and I mistakenly thought they was a friend because they was one of the only few people who actually did pay me. They paid me. That's what made me think they was a friend. And that was a mistake. Obviously. It ain't about money. I empowered my son to build a computer, and I want to empower other people. Because I don't want nobody else sitting around thinking they less than nothing just because they don't have no money. There's a lot of poor people that's struggling. It ain't no shame to be poor and struggling. Some of the best, richest people had poor and struggling days. That don't make them less people. And so anybody who know me and love me, they give me blow pops. That's my son did. And I was very, very happy that I could look at 2 computers that were built by us. By us. He learned something. He don't never have to go into computers. Computers is boring to a lot of people. People don't pursue that. But he has it. It's under his belt. Nobody can ever take that away from you. That's why I never had low self-esteem, because I always had confidence. That's why I get hate. Because I had a nerve to be confident with my big nose, fat, oh yeah, you see the gray? Fat, old self. I got confidence. I have confidence. And people want to steal that all the time. And so, I want to top this off with my card that I got for Mother's Day, because I'm glad that I did not let that foul letter steal my joy. It's joy to get a card from a child who I had to fight tooth and nail to make him read that he actually got a card that, gave me a card that fits us perfectly. So I know he read it. There's a very special bond between a mother and son, a bond that with each passing year weakest becomes a stronger one. It's made of happy memories, of confidence shared, of things a mother done to show she understood and cared. And though that bond's unspoken, it's both warm and very real. And this son hopes that his mother knows that's how I always feel. So, shout out to you, Mr. Want me to off myself, and you get off on me hating you. I could never hate you, because that's the type of person I am. I got nothing but love for people. I didn't do everything right, and no, you meant those words that you ain't mother of the year. I'm not mother of the year. I made plenty of mistakes, but I'm not the worst. I'm not the best, nor am I the worst. And all of us got room for improvement. I ain't met no perfect people yet. So, on that note, be looking for me, because it ain't over, as they say, till the fat lady sings. And I can't sing a note. Peace.